round of applause for John for doing this for a couple of weeks. It's all about looking after the children, and at that point, John, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Thank you so much, and Mike, thank you for allowing me a little bit of time on your stage. You do a fantastic job, and we are very proud of wonderful Mardi Gras cruise director, Mr. Mike Pack, everybody. Thank you so much, Mike. Right. I'm going to disrobe.
Take it off.
I like taking the mask off. I like doing it like I've just finished an amazing surgery on ER or something. How are we? Very good. Before I introduce our two very, very special stars of this particular event, I would like them to hear the answer to this. And you give your answer by applause. I know there's been a lot of stress. You had to get tested and all the other stuff, but you've been here now for 6 days. So by applause, have you enjoyed the crew, the experience, the fun, and being back on board as well? Wonderful. That is going to make these two people extremely happy and comfortable and assured that when they come out here, they're doing so to this wonderful audience. So we thank you so very much. So without further ado, I would like you to meet a lady who is quite extraordinary. She is fun, and she is Carnival fun, and she is to the crew members' mum. She has travelled around to all of the ships. She has been at the forefront of everything, and it is such an honour for me to ask you to please welcome not just the president of Carnival Cruise Line, but your president of Carnival Cruise Line. Please do that with your best applause for Christine Duffy, everybody. Christine Duffy. And why has he already come out? You don't want an introduction?
No, he needs no introduction, John.
Oh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction is going to get one. For those of you who don't know, this, of course, is the man who teaches me Pilates every single week, and it's really working. The chairman of Carnival Corporation. That's all the cruise lines within the umbrella of Carnival Corporation and PLC. Please say a big hello to Mr. Micky Arison, everybody. You know, once I had to, I'm surprised I'm still here, because yes, I'm good. You might have to help me back up again, boss. On the Imagination, Micky will tell me the year, but we had this very huge event on the ship while it was in Miami, and my job was to introduce the new coach for the NBA team, the Miami Heat, which of course a lot of you know Micky is the owner of, and I had one job, to introduce the coach, the incredibly brilliant Pat Riley. And I went up there and said to all the press, please welcome the coach of the Miami Heat, Pat. And I pretended the microphone had cut out. I couldn't remember his name. And he didn't speak to me for 11 years, but I'm still here. I'm still here. 95, flick your microphone on. It is on? Calvin turned you off. Okay. Calvin turned it off. Is it working? What year was that?
95.
95. Christine, where were you in 1995?
I do not remember. 1995. I was probably in Philadelphia, working for McGettigan's Travel Bureau. Ooh. Yes.
What a rich
Billy in the house? Billy! All right.
Philadelphia.
All right.
Which is, this isn't on the script, which is the best one? Pat's?
Neither.
Neither?
No.
Best steak sandwich in Philly is?
Ask this guy. I don't eat cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrew.
I like Joe's.
Joe's. Andrew, stand up a second. How many of you have met Andrew? Yeah, see, look at that. your own fan club. There's Mr. Duffy, everybody. So let's start, if I can, with you, Micky, because this is your first time cruising. How you're feeling about the ship and what you believe is the success of this incredible ship.
Well, first of all, I'm delighted to be aboard, having a great time, like everybody else. To me, it's, I can't remember when we started working on this class of ship. It's 5 or 6 years ago, I believe. And it was pretty challenging because the concept was to work.
Oh, Christine needs a ship. Should we? Yeah, just give her that one. Give him
the third XL.
dinner at the steakhouse.
Third XL.
Oh, third XL.
That
Okay,
was it.
okay. It's amazing to think we've got, if you think about it, after everything that's happened the last 2 years, the fact that we've got 2 more XL class ships, Carnival Radiance and Costa Magica coming back. I mean, it really does show that all that.
And inventory is open through April of 2024. So we know these ships will be very popular. You want to book early.
There's 3 cabins left to come with me to Greenland.
Look at Greenland.
I know, Greenland's amazing, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. And we had added
Who's going to
second-
Greenland?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it sold out in a couple of hours. And so we did.
I didn't know they were all in this room.
It was great. And the camaraderie between the guests and the crew is always something very special to see. And I think we should, also ask, you've enjoyed being with the crew again, haven't you? I've seen lots of you handing out candy, and I saw a lady yesterday handing out tiny little miniature bottles of shampoo, and another lady had done a big thank you in dollar bills right away across the bed, and I think you all kept in touch with what we were doing, whether it was on my Facebook page or directly with the crew members. A lot of you stayed in contact with the crew, didn't you? And we wanted to also take this opportunity, as we're almost there again, to say thank you to all of you who sent hundreds of Christmas cards and holiday greetings cards to the crew members. I cannot begin to tell you, right, Christine, how much they appreciated that.
Well, they do, and this ship is beautiful. We've got great ships, but the heart of Carnival Cruise Line and our experience is the interaction between our guests and crew, and we like to call it participatory fun. But I think you can see the crew members that work with us are really so much part of the experience, and we are grateful to all of the guests that provided support and to our crew during the pause. So this year we have to beat what we did last year. So we, for the holidays, we want to get 25,000 holiday cards to our crew from our guests. So between now and the end of the year, we'll be working on getting some mailboxes on all of the ships across the fleet. Last year, we had 5,000 holiday cards delivered by the Galveston Police Force. So thank you to Texas. So we're going to make this a real competition, and we know that it really is very heartwarming for our crew members who aren't home with their families. To be able to have Christmas cards delivered, holiday cards delivered to them while they're on board. And then we'll move right from that into our 50-year birthday for Carnival Cruise Line in 2022 and our special celebration cruises.
And I'll be on this ship for that, and there's still cabins open, so hopefully some of you will come and join me. It's going to be a very special cruise. Now, to all of the people here, you're on board the ship, and you're here, and you've had fun, and you feel safe, and you feel like the fun is back. We are filming this somewhere over here, and this is going out live on Facebook. So Micky, I wondered if you have a message for all the people at home who may be thinking, should I take a cruise? Am I ready to take a cruise? is there anything you can say to everybody out there in TV land, exactly what you believe they should be doing now to cruise again?
You couldn't have told me you were going to do this
No?
earlier.
I was going to tell you during the introduction. I was going to mention it, but then you cut me off. So. I would have, yeah.
You know, I was fortunate enough to be able to travel around Italy this summer. My wife is very nervous, was very nervous, as everybody was, about traveling places where we didn't know whether people were vaccinated or tested and so on and so forth. And so we continued to eat only outdoors, and restaurants outdoors and so on. But my wife had a habit of asking waiters and maitre d's whether they were vaccinated. And so often they said no with some excuse. And they're serving us with a mask under their nose instead of over their nose. And then you get on a cruise ship and you know that everybody's vaccinated, you know that everybody's been tested, you just feel like the world's back to normal. Yeah, you have to wear a mask sometimes. It makes me crazy when people complain about that, because like, what's the big deal? You know, you get used to it. You don't even know it's there after a while, and it helps keep you safe and helps keep, God forbid, there's a case on board, that it doesn't spread to other people. And you know, with right now we have about 6,000 people, passengers and crew, on the ship. It wouldn't be totally crazy if there was one person on board, right? Because there's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, in the United States, and unfortunately Florida and Texas was the epicenter for a lot of the summer. So it wouldn't be crazy if there was one. So if there's one, you just don't want to make one 2 and 2 4 and 4 8, and the way you do that is with masks. And so I feel perfectly safe on board. I hope all of you feel perfectly safe on board. I'm absolutely convinced, based on my travels, that it's the absolute safest vacation you can take, and you can enjoy yourself without worrying about, you know, what the next waiter might have done last night. So,
No,
So, everybody in Facebook land, come join us. Come on down.
What would you say? The safest and the most fun vacation in the world. Christine, is there anything you want to add to that?
Well, just a big thank you to all of you. I know we have so many repeat guests, our diamond and platinum guests, many of them on board, and just for your support and trust in us. We know that being here does require a level of trust with the brand, and we don't take that for granted. Our crew members do not take that for granted. We are very grateful. We are also really, really proud of the experience that we've been able to deliver, and especially for our new flagship Mardi Gras, we're very proud of what we've been able to do. As Micky said, restart has been very challenging, but it's so gratifying for us to know that we have so many people rooting for us, and we are back, and it's great.
And thank you to all of you who've taken the time to come and talk to me about the crew and the ship and Christine. And having Christine here is incredible. I know loads of you have had pictures, and the crew really do call her mum. And you should see the crew taking pictures with her. And it's an incredible thing to see, and we're so...
Well, we were glad last night we were able, I think I shared for those of you that may have seen me do my interview with the Miss Universes. It is such a big deal for our crew to have the Miss Universes here, and especially for the female crew members. And so last night we did do a big photo opportunity where they were able to get their pictures taken with the Miss Universes. And a big shout out to our Miss Universes on board, because they have just been great, and we hope that some of you have had a chance to see them or get a photo. But we think that our godmother, Kimberly, is representing the brand well, and the Dominican Republic yesterday was was also a nice event.
Beautiful. And we're pleased to let you know that the godmother for Carnival celebration will be Megan Fox. So hold on, I say it, I go Megan Fox, and she goes, no. And then, well, maybe.
I want to know, has anybody sailed on the inaugural or the original Mardi Gras? You did?
Wow.
You're on the
I
inaugural
had
first
just a
cruise?
feeling somebody.
Were you really?
The inaugural.
Oh, not the inaugural. Is
Anybody sailed on Mardi Gras, the original? A few.
Yeah.
I sailed on the inaugural.
Yeah, things are a little
Well, this
different.
one's a little different, right?
A little bit.
Do you all know the story of what happened on the first cruise?
Okay.
We can't tell you. What happened on that cruise stays on that cruise.
We're still here. That's
the
what
most
matters.
important thing.
Years later.
Right. Well, before we go, and I know you. By the way, can one of us at least drink from the 12 cans of water? Ladies and gentlemen, please pause now for a water break. Andrew, did you see that? Did you see that, Andrew? A little dribble. No? Well, before we go, it's quiz time.
Uh-oh. Are those the answers?
No, you just look at the answers. We're gonna have to change the questions now. They were really boring anyway. How many guys' burgers have we served so far this cruise? Anyway.
That says big chicken.
Yeah, well, the other ones are
64,000.
No. Oh yeah.
64,400 big chicken.
Yeah.
This cruise 3,500, and it's Thursday.
Yeah. So we served 3,500. I don't understand that. Anyway, let's do a different question. I'm just going to come up, and we've got a prize, a special prize for whoever wins. Pardon?
We
Yes.
get a prize?
Whoever, if you win.
Okay.
So I'm having to think of a question now. Chuck, is that you there, Chuck? Yeah, could you and your good lady stand up, please? Oh, there's a man blocking you now. There we are. Oh, he's just walking up and down the aisle. Hi, sir. Hello. All right, now don't say anything. I want you to look at Chuck and his wife. I want you each to have a guess how many cruises with Carnival you think they have been on. Whoever is closest wins the prize. Chuck, just introduce yourself and say where you're from.
Chuck Scott, we're from Michigan, my wife Linda.
Hi.
Hi.
So,
That's a good clue. It's cold up there.
yeah. So how many cruises with Carnival do you think that these two could be? And they could be blue card, it could be their first, or it could not. You want to have a guess?
104.
104. Christina, you going to go higher or
100,
lower?
120. Okay, somewhere between 104 and 120. 115.
What's your final answer?
I didn't get there yet.
Oh,
This isn't
Are they
Price
doing
is
it?
Right.
What do you think? Final answer, 104?
110.
110.
114.
You won.
You know, I can't see that far, but I met you before earlier, didn't I? I
She
should have
won.
known.
She said 120.
Did
You
she?
lose if you go over.
Oh, you lose if you go over. Oh, in that case, you've won the prize. No, you're right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Micky wins.
Mickey, the chairman, wins what every chairman wants. A solid gold plastic ship on a stick, which Christine, would you present to the chairman, please?
She's won Mardi Gras.
After 50 years of service, this is my first one.
On that note, please with your best applause, a big thank you to Christine and Micky, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know some of you brought your books for me, so if you stay right there, I'll be back in just 2 minutes.